Apparently the game is not... It's not running much better than we thought it would. It does appear to be running better than Dragon's Dogma. We think. But I guess we'll see soon. We'll know then. I don't know. I have not done the early... There's already some tomfoolery out there. All right, so first of all, I want to be very clear where I am in Brotato. This is where I am in Brotato. I've cleared it with all of the characters. On Crash Zone, but... we still got to do the Abyss. Now, I'm struggling a little bit on Generalist. He's a little hard. My micro PC is not going to explode. I promise you it is fine. Oh my god, 30% lifesteal with sticks? And I get 1 stick? Can I cook weapons above tier 2? Well, I mean, above tier 2. I can definitely win with 6 tier 2 sticks. Definitely. I have 2 sticks? The easiest game of my life. 30% lifesteal is a lot of lifesteal. You know what we need? We need that little, that hand. A hand that gives you damage for having lifesteal. Demon dance with the sticks. I really like that for some reason. You know what? No, well, we'll take the weird ghost now. We don't have a lot of room to upgrade our sticks. We're already almost there. We're already almost at 6 sticks. Even though we get 30% lifesteal, I don't really like building lifesteal. Sticks, you're gonna get 1 attack every second per stick or so. Not feeling anything? Gun Lance is fun. You know, Greatsword is actually pretty nice. I mean, you don't feel like you really got to reacclimate at all. Other than, like, you no longer need to rush to True Charge Slash anymore, which is, like, that's nice. I'm a little burpy, and for that, I apologize. You know what? Let's take the Shady Potion. We've got a lot of healing early on. Luck is technically a form of healing, and this early on, it is a form of upgrades. Insect Glaive and Charge Blade? Insect Glaive is funny. The only thing, and stop me if this is spoilers for mechanics, I don't think it is you know, red allowing you to charge the circle button is not intuitive, like, at all. It's like, who would ever thought? Okay, we're gonna take 5 harvesting. Just for the long run. There's another stick. We're gonna potion, stick, helmet. Charge Blade, you know what Charge Blade kind of reminds me of? A little bit unlucky. It's a little bit like For You. Because like For You was a little bit about doing tons of AED combos. I mean, the reason we have a timer in the corner that will tell you how long you need to wait. I mean, I love fucking Brotato, man, but if the Wilds demo were up, I would be obligated, contractually required to play it. We're not there yet. Armor. Forward triangle off the initial step and thrust, so you've got directional inputs. That sounds tough. Don't care about scared sausage. I do care about sticks. It's probably early enough to take a bag. And we're gonna lock in Scar. Do we want an ugly tooth? I'm gonna get an ugly tooth. I mean, Charge Blade is absolutely way less SAD spammy. I mean, I've seen people that they were doing runs, they almost never used SAD. In fact, if anything, it was almost disturbing. It was just like, get Savage Axe up and they're like fucking AED combo forever. Which is like, it's good. It is definitely better than just like, I'm throwing out my SAD. Red Sword does more damage. At the very least, it feels like there's some options. The better you know the monster, the more you're going to be able to stay in Savage Axe and just AED away. Do I want attack speed or HP regen? With the amount of lifesteal we have, I think we can get away with attack speed. Metal detector? That's probably worth it. I mean, I just don't... nothing against the Raid Owl runs. I respect the Raid Owl runs. I just don't know that Raid Owl is even that good of a monster to be showcasing anything. I mean, he's just like a weird little monster. You know, compared to Dosh Duma, like, he, like, doesn't attack you. He just, like, he spends so much time telegraphing admittedly powerful moves that will almost definitely whiff you. So you just, like, combo on him endlessly. Compared to Dosh Guma, who feels like he's always attacking you with like weird little attacks. I get it. The YouTube bait is going to be way better. I think we're done upgrading sticks. I don't think we could do anymore. Do I care about melee damage and knockback? Not one. I don't know how much money I want. I can't buy this, right? I can't do it. Take all that. It's to me, it's a little strange. It's like, I remember when the first betas came out, it was like Unlucky or something. It was either Unlucky or Fog was saying how it felt like Raid Owl was bugged because he only had 2 moves, and now we have another beta and he still feels the same. He's constantly running and doing like the same 4 moves over and over again. Which it's like, it's fine. This is a beta. This is not the full game. We're still 4 months away from the full game, and this is probably a little bit behind, but it's probably pretty damn close to what we're actually gonna get. A little concerned. Blood donation. All you gotta do is get 10 HP regen to make this worth it. We'll take it. I don't believe in the penguin. I'm sorry. I don't believe in it. Alloy, I don't think is going to do enough for us. It's too expensive for basically just 3 melee. I will take wings, though. I like the extra speed. I'll take the injection. Let's go. It's only round 8. Round 8 shouldn't be that bad. So, I mean, I think there's room for improvement, but I'm also like, I'm at that point in my life now where like any hope I ever had of playing a game and being like, the full release is going to completely change it, like that's gone. That has long since left my building. What you see is what you get. And that's why when we saw that first trailer for Wilds, I was a little worried. I was like, doesn't look that good. There's no facial animations. Now, mind you, I was proven wrong. The game we have now is definitely good. But, at first I was like, we're cooked, man. Because Rise, we saw the first trailer and everything was like fucking slimy. And people were getting mad at me. They're like, streamer, you're not excited enough. I'm like, well, I'm not excited by a fucking tablet game with like slimy ass rocks. I'm not the bad guy here. I'm gonna take Shmoop. Apparently there exists a 5 difficulty Chatacabra out there who's actually like he lives. I'm not saying he's strong, but he lives. Ninu! What are we waiting for? Ninu. Monster Hunter Wild. I don't know enough Thai. Bloody crap. I'll probably be learning some soon, though. A slime elder dragon would go crazy. I mean, we got some blobby guys. They said they're scaling back the elders. We're gonna get a lot more, what do they call them? Extinct species? Go back to college for Thai. I might take classes. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna take classes because, like, you'll hold me to it. Get the HP regen. Take the HP regen. Schmoop! Like Schmoop. Don't want handcuffs. Do I want jerky? Jerky's actually kind of good. With the constant damage we're taking, although I don't know that we have enough luck to make it worth it. Do I have enough luck to make a pearl worth it? I mean, it's literally maybe 2% damage. But you know what? It's early enough. It might scale. That was round 9? Man, we're doing all right. I mean, almost everyone I've ever spoken to that has been playing the game for any major amount of time. And mind you, this is going back even the little worldlets that started with Monster Hunter World. Almost all of them have said, like, they're kind of good with the normal Elder Dragons we've seen. Like, I think most people, if we didn't have to see Kushala, Teostra, whatever, in this next game, we'd be okay. Pray for Zamtriers. We haven't seen the ice area yet. Presumably there is one. And if I'm a little burpy tonight, I had a big meal. And I had to do something that for some people socially would have been incredibly difficult. I got a steak at a steakhouse, asked for it medium rare, came out medium well. And I had to have a conversation. I'd have that very awkward conversation with the waiter, and I had to be like, look, man, I don't want to do this. Like, I really don't want to be that asshole. But that's not what we have here. Is not it's not a medium rare steak, man. That was medium well. And I'll tell you what, guess how they react. This is how you're gonna know that I sometimes do just like roll the maximum luck rolls. Like a normal person. Arcade, and you're ruining the bit! The bit where I have a completely normal human interaction and then have a completely normal human response. Ah! Spoilers, that is basically what happened. Waiter brought it back to the kitchen, came out, said, yeah, that was too cooked. Within, 5 minutes, they immediately brought back a new steak, and it was medium rare, and it was delicious. Not only that, some manager guy came out and was like apologizing. I said, you don't need to apologize. They took the previous meal, which included a baked potato and creamed corn, packed it into a to-go bag, and literally just gave me a brand new plate of food, including the steak, the corn, and the potato. I got double potato, double corn, double steak. I'm not kidding you, man. It was basically like they lined up. I did not ask for that. I'm gonna take the lumberjack shirt. They did not bow to me. Who's eating the steak? I told Jen she could eat it if she wants. I mean, there's leftover of both steaks. How much did I ham up the performance? All I said was like, hey man, like, I don't want to complain, but I wanted medium rare, and this looks a lot like a medium well to me. That's literally all I did. And I said, I really don't want to complain. Like, I don't want to be that asshole. They thought I was a secret CEO. They treated me like I was. That's how I felt, if I can be real with you right now. I kind of felt that way. I didn't call the manager. But you know what? When you're spending like, it was like $35. It's $35 on a steak. Like, if I want to fuck up a steak, like, I'll cook it myself, man. But when you're paying $35 for a steak, you kind of want it cooked a certain way. You know what I mean? The options for sides, apple bud, I'm going to go by memory. Okay, these were the free sides. There were paid extras. Loaded salt-baked potato, potatoes au gratin, Yukon potatoes, creamed corn, asparagus. There may have been one or two more. I mean, it was like a sirloin, which is not like, you kind of got to cook it medium rare to medium at most. Otherwise, it just gets too tough. It's not the sort of thing where you could just like, be like, okay, I guess I'm just going to deal with this now. Betting it was under the heat lamps for too long? I don't think so. $35 and they missed the medium rare. It's the most popular way to cook it. I know! Oh, it was definitely hot. Everything was hot. Should have gotten asparagus instead of creamed corn. You know, it was the first time I got the corn, man, and I'll tell you, it's a winner. They put bacon in that stuff, dude. It was bacon cream corn, and like the corn was like sweet. Normally I don't like corn. Like I mean, I'll say like corn is for chickens, and it is. But this one time it was pretty good. Ever eaten at Fogo de Chao? I have probably eaten at Fogo de Chao 10 times. I've probably eaten there a total of 10 times in my life, which I think is a pretty good amount of times. I love it. Do we want to take riposte? Yeah, we'll take it. Take whistle too. I mean, I've been there with Omnitoad. I've been there with a lot of people. I mean, it's like, if you're in a city with Fogo de Chao and you're looking for any reason to go out with the buds or the family, like, go there for the brunch, man. Like, it's not cheap, but it's like, you're spending like $50 to eat basically as much meat as you can fit into your body. And for me, you know, I think it's worth it. Like, the food is good. You get to try all sorts of cuts of meat that you would never try on your own, but you'll just eat it because you can. Metal plate is good. I'll take the HP regen. More HP regen. Ever go there alone? If I'm alone, what I eat is kind of sad. I mean, I'll go out to eat, I guess, sometimes, but I'm not going to be doing anything like super cool. The joy of going to a restaurant, obviously the food is good, but it's usually the experience of sitting down and hanging out with other people. Fogo de Chao, it is a Brazilian steakhouse, which has Brazilian treats as well as It's like 20 plus different types of meat that's been cooked. And then it's just like unlimited meat. They got a nice salad bar too, which I know sounds funny. The salad bar is really nice. Dude, I think the blood donation is what screwed us up before. But you know what? Maybe we just didn't go hard enough into HP regen. Very excited, Mox. I'm more excited now just to see how it runs than like literally anything else. I just want to know, man. I just want to know. Just tell me. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, at Fogo de Chao, I mean, their goal. Here's how they fuck with you. They bring an unlimited quantity of cheesy bread. It's like bread that is like soaked in butter and stuffed with cheese. And it's like, fuck, man. Like you're there for the meat. Like, obviously you're there for the meat. Because you can only get in if you're paying like the price, but you know, they're setting down what is quite possibly the most palatable food in human existence. Buttery, cheesy bread. So yeah, I mean, they want you to fill up on that. I mean, the trick is you got to find out your schedule. You know, you need to go into there with as empty of a stomach as possible. Oh, wow, we can't combine this. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's fine. We'll get another one soon. Little muscly dude. Well, actually, we can just take that right now. I promise you we had cheesy bread. I promise you. You cannot go to Fogo without them dumping something on the table. I mean, you know, there was the salad bar, too. It's possible you try to avoid it all because you were meat maxing, and that's the respectable strategy is meat maxing. That's what you should do. I need more HP regen. What is my HP regen? It's not enough. We're taking damage. We need HP regen. We need luck. We need life steal. We need armor. We need dodge. Salad before meal is fine. They've got a lot of nice little things. They have those nice little pickles, the little gherkins. They have like, sometimes they have like bacon, like fucking sugar, brown sugar, maple bacon. Just candied, man. It's awesome. No, I don't want any of those. I want max HP or HP regen. I want HP regen. This looks good. Do I want acid? I don't think I wanted enough. Well, I don't know that I wanted enough. I need HP regen first. Penguin is tempting me. I'm not taking you, Penguin. Is there a way to cheesy bread, Max? It's possible that you might be able to just be like, you could just like do a to-go order of just bread. If there's one thing that COVID did that maybe helped a little bit is most places now have some sort of to-go option, even if they never did before. So you could probably order like, I don't know, a pound of bread, 2 pounds of bread. I don't know, whatever you need. But I would, you know, I would recommend going. I mean, the full experience, like I said, it's not cheap. You know, $50 I don't think is cheap. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's worth it. Not sponsored. Because you're getting like a course. That's what I always tell people. Like, you're going here to get like the equivalent of a college course on meat. They're going to give you so much meat, and you're going to be able to try all of it in different ways and understand what each piece is like, what you don't like. I'm gonna go with the dodge, I think, actually. Freeze is good. Attack speed, probably good. Black belt is good. I don't know if I like the acid or not. You know what? Maybe I do. Take the acid. Do I want clover? We could afford it. One more time. Okay, I'm going to take this, and this. Little green. Yeah, they had to stop and go for your table, which is funny because you know what? Like, you would think the communication would matter, but what I found is they almost always just stopped at your table anyways. Now, the only secret to Fogo, okay, you need to know this, is if you want the filet mignon, and I'll be real with you, filet is not my favorite cut of steak. It's among the most expensive pieces of steak, but it's not my favorite. You gotta ask. It's like a little secret or something. I don't know why. But you gotta be able to say, hey, they're gonna ask you like 30 minutes to an hour in, they're gonna be like, hey, is everything good? Is there anything else you wanted? You gotta be like, yeah, give me that filet. You gotta do it if you want to try it. So just get ready for that. If you need to, write it on a little card and just show it to them. Like I said, I'm not even a huge fan of it. I'm really not. I really could take or leave it. This is worth it for the 3% dodge. Attack speed might be worth it. I'll take the attack speed because we got the lifesteal. Yes, yes, yes. Time do kids stop trick-or-treating? Right around 8 p.m. Amatsu hello. 8 p.m. they kind of stop. It goes to like a trickle. Think Wilds will have the same issues as World where most of the monsters are using the Kushala skeleton? I banned you for a reason. That's my answer to that question. I think we've got enough luck that Cauldron's worth it. Let me take all these. I probably didn't need the fertilizer. Whatever. It's early enough. It'll pay for itself. Car? If it isn't broken, don't fix it. All I remember is after like that first trailer, it was nothing but soy pog reactions. You'd be like, it's Goss Harag! It's him! It's the Goss Harag monster! And like, Doshkuma doesn't play anything like Goss Harag. But every sniveling turd on the internet that spends too much time on Reddit, like, has like one synapse fire and they can't think for themselves. They're like, oh, it's the same monster! It's the same monster! Goss the new Steve. Goss will never be the new Steve because Goss is he actually is that good. You feel attacked. Well, sorry, I have to be the one up here holding up the mirror. But that's what it is. I think I just barely missed that last one. Do I want fire? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Damage. Worth it? Damage, I really should not be doing this much in damage. But you know, we got a lot of lifesteal, so. Sorry, baby with a beard. You know, injection isn't worth it. Metal plate is worth it. Tentacle. Crit chance is too low. Adrenaline, amazing. Time to adrenaline to dodge max. Penguin. You're really not a good source of it. Okay, we're going to do Wave 12. I will take Peacock now. Hold on, head injury. I mean, look, in a perfect world, would Capcom be able to design completely unique skeletons and animations and sound effects and weapons and everything for everything? Sure. But unfortunately, they got to make a game. And optimize it all. But the only thing, like, I don't say again that. The only thing is, like, there's a shared animation between the zombie dragon in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen and Shara, and I never see anyone comparing that. All I ever get is the soy poggers that are like, wow, it's Kushala. I don't know why that is. We're not taking that. That does nothing for us. This takes a little bit. Take melee. Max HP. Oh. Oh. Yep. Critical. Critical's real bad. Goblet. So at best, that can be 45% chance to get 1 HP. I don't think I really like it. It's too expensive, and it takes away from HP regen anyways. Do I die from blood donation before Weird Ghost goes off? I've got 24 health regen, so I guess probably not. I guess we'll find out. Oh, that's funny. Well, if I just die immediately, that's going to be really funny. Wow, statue looks really good. All we got to do is stand still. Oh, it's scary, though. It is scary. We did not die, mostly because of these little health turrets, but that was concerning. No. No. Oh! Those things are the worst to have cursed. I love it, honestly, when games reuse certain assets, as long as it's done in a creative way. Like if you were to really dissect all of media and everything that you've ever consumed that had like one of those sound bank sound effects, like that fucking creaky door when it opens, and then a creaky ass door noise. We're gonna try and like reject all those, like you just not be able to watch anything. The bear noise, I mean, it's just like, oh, whoa, dude, this is exactly what I wanted. But I think it only counts lifesteal that you have as a stat. Well, Wilhelm Scream is like a joke. I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously. Oh, Like a Dragon is like king of reusing assets. They talk about it. They're like, we want to release one game a year. And there's only one way to do that. But you know what? They release one game a year and they're like, apparently they're huge. I don't know. Sorrow was complaining. He said he couldn't beat the last game. He says it just keeps going on. They're long games, you know. I mean, even Yakuza 1 was like, I don't know, it was like 20, 30 hours. Some games don't do reusing content while Destiny being one of them. Well, I could find at least one problem with that content. At least one of them. Monster Hunter is the funniest thing because it's like, there's a lot of reused content, and yet when you ask most fans what they want, they're like, I want the old monster back. This game is not complete unless I get the old monster. No Rathalos, no buy. Am I the voice of Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty? One, I know Rick and Morty, but I do not know Mr. Poopy Butthole. I'm going to say no. I am not that guy. But thank you. I think that's a compliment, so I'm going to say thank you. Do we want robotic arm? That's a lot of melee damage. You know what? I'm going to say we do. We're going to take that. That'll scale up our melee damage. That is 12 melee damage. I'm still awesome. Thank you. I'll take the compliment. Well, if there's one silver lining in the modern era of video games, there's a lot of sad news, is the era of predatory live service games appears to be coming to a close. Sony is like more or less giving up / shuttering all of them. I don't even know what Microsoft is doing. Ubisoft is releasing NFT games, man. That's crazy. We should be standing on a medical field. Doesn't Microsoft only have Game Pass at the moment? I mean, I don't know what else they have. Glass Cannon, wow, 42% damage, -2 armor. We take that. I'll take the 4 armor. Do I need more damage? Nope. I want HP regen, or I'll take armor. Not. 15% damage, 15 max HP. Weapons can no longer be upgraded or recycled. Well, this is our best in slot weapons. I'll take the damage and the max HP. That's a good pick. 5% lifesteal, 10% enemies. We take that. 10 HP regen while standing still. We do have statue. Do I have the sausage? Fried rice might actually be okay. Can I get another sausage? We almost have max leather vest. My shaders, I thought, took a while to compile, but I was alt-tabbed, and maybe that had something to do with it. Is that just copium? I felt like they took 10 minutes. What was I doing? I was reading about the new Dragon Age game that came out today, Veilguard. And I can't speak anything about that game because I haven't played it. I've only seen some clips. And there was like these conversations that were going on in comment threads, which were actually okay for YouTube. And people were just talking about how a studio is not a studio anymore, man. Like, people need to disconnect themselves from the concept of studios and realize, like, actually a lot of times it's just there was a really good writer there. And a lot of the really good writers are just gone. You know, we don't want them. Makes me kind of sad. I'm going to get Giant Belt, and I'm going to try and pick up some crit here. That may not happen. Oh, there it is. This guy looks new to me. Who is this guy? I feel like I haven't seen this guy. These guys. Because, like, when I think of BioWare, I mean, I do think of a lot of games that are written really well. BioWare had a lot of people that were from, was it Obsidian or Black Isle? In any case, you know, I think about all the games with great writing back in the 90s and the early 2000s. You know, your Fallout, Fallout 2, Planescape Torment. I mean, Baldur's Gates in general. And then, of course, like Mass Effect for a video game, I think is pretty well written. The original Mass Effect was good. I mean, again, you got to compare it to other video games at the time. You know, original Dragon Age, well written for a video game. Hey, Mammoth is back. So I don't know, I'm just nostalgic for the time when, like, I don't know, you could more consistently see good writing in games. Potato time! I'll take the snail, and then we'll get the gnome. Coco, hello! Coco, how much time do we have left? Well, Coco, isn't it late for you, man? It's school night, dude. You gonna be able to stay up and play, or do you gotta, like, you gotta go to bed for school? Well, and, like, the thing is, to me, Pelican Cubes, is like, I don't think the writing's gonna get better. Like, I'm pretty sure studios are just gonna ask AI to write. I'm not gonna demean him and ask him if he went trick-or-treating. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I went trick-or-treating? I don't know. Probably 12 or 13. If I knew then what I know now, I would have never stopped trick-or-treating. Because, like, there are definitely, like, grown-ass teenagers walking up to my house getting candy. Definitely. I want crit for the giant belt. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Damn, I almost want that loot. I think that loot is actually worth it. That's going to be 45% more damage. Oh, I can't because I locked in. No! I was like, oh, I'll never need another thing. Well, they'll take salt water. Probably fine. Oh, wait, it's wave 19. Oh, I thought I was wave 20. I saw at least 2 teenagers tonight that had 0 costume. And I saw one teenager that basically didn't have a costume, but they said, I was supposed to be a minion, but my goggles fell off. Yeah, okay. They were born yesterday? Other story was, first kids of the night came by, one 4-year-old was dressed up like a princess. They all were leaving, and I said, see ya. And the 4-year-old said, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And that hurt my feelings. What do you know? What do you know, 4-year-old? I got a house! What do you have? You probably still poop yourself sometimes. I mean, so do I, but at least I have a house. She has her youth. For now. Let me take the gentle alien. That and like young children kept trying to walk into my house and like, I don't know if it was like the couches. I don't know what it was, but there were multiple fairly young children, like 3 to 4 years old, that were just like, they looked at the couches and they just like started walking towards them. Like, what is going on? Don't go into my house. How old was I at the jump shot incident? I was a teenager. Did I clothesline them? No. But they were like trying to walk past me. Chris Hansen in hiding. Dude, I wanted them out of the house. I didn't want them in the house. Also, lots of kids like were not carrying their bag or bucket for candy. And so like they were just like holding out their hand for the candy. And I was like, what are you gonna do with it after I hand it to you? You're just gonna like eat it on my lawn? I think it might drop 30 minutes early like the PS5 demo. I don't know. You could play it now if you want to hack your computer. The couch is not kid-friendly. The couches they were looking at are the couches that I'm not allowed to sit on. If I'm not allowed to sit on it, some random feral 4-year-old child's not going to be allowed to sit on it. I didn't see any trash bag chads. I saw a teenager who just painted his face green and he just kept going, wahoo! And I'm like, what are you, Luigi? Like, what is wahoo? All right, we're probably not going to finish this next run, but we can start. Carry Inola. So we want, because we have +5 melee damage. I mean, it's going to be attack speed. I mean, Medieval's really good. I think we might start Quarterstaff, and then we'll start going into Medieval. PS5 beta character creation doesn't carry over to PC. It should not, no. There's no cross-save. Only cross-play. Which, you know, maybe for the next game there'll be cross-save. For the Monster Hunter MMO. I'll buy another Quarterstaff. I want Medieval. This is not working. I want Medieval weapons. Right? Yes, that gives armor and dodge. So we want shields, the lance. What else is medieval? Is there a sword that's medieval? Those are blades usually, right? Crossbow? Oh, crossbow can't be equipped. Dude, I'm getting screwed. Oh yeah, no, the quad butt plugs in Iceborne was always a good time. I'm glad they took it away because it was just like too much busy work. There were shortcuts and stuff that made it easier, but it's still never great. Minus 30 luck. There's another Quarterstaff. This is not how you're supposed to play the Gladiator. I think I'm gonna have to start just like buying other weapons just for the weapons, dude. I know there are shields. The thing is the game thinks I really want primitive weapons, but I want medieval weapons. This is not the way to scale. The only benefit we have right now is the +5 melee damage, which this early on is all you really need, but... Quarterstaff is medieval, but the Gladiator benefits by different weapons. So you want 6 unique weapons. You don't want, oops, all Quarterstaffs. You could probably get away with like 2 or 3 Quarterstaffs, but if you want the full benefit, you want 6 different ones. Is the update good? I love it. There's a lot of baby gamers out there complaining because they think it's like too hard. And like, I'll agree, there's some hard moments. But like, what do you, like, I never understood the people that are like, game's too hard. Well, someone could beat it, why can't you? Skill issue. Okay, time to combine. I could just start going primitive. No, I don't want to go stick. There's another lance. I know there's a shield. Life regen of 5. You know what? Go for it. Aren't roguelikes inherently designed to be hard? Not necessarily. They don't have to be. It all depends on how you define a roguelike. Usually it's permadeath. Usually there has to be some random or procedural generation. Stuff like that. Doesn't have to be hard though. I remember playing. It was one of those roguelikes that was released this past year. It was like Spaceship, kind of like FTL meets Slay the Spire a little bit. That game was really easy. That game wasn't hard at all. I think good roguelikes are ones that scale to the point where even if you've got a very, very good player, they have a reasonable chance of not winning if they don't play perfectly. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Play the Rogue, the game that's named after roguelikes? Nope, but I've played NetHack. I have played Dungeon Crawl. I have played Doom Roguelike. I've played ADOM before. I don't know many people in the roguelike space that are actually like, fuck yeah, let's go back and play Rogue. Like, pretty much the standard is NetHack. That's kind of like the starting point. Obviously, NetHack would not exist for Rogue, but that's like saying like, oh, you love Street Fighter? You ever play Street Fighter 1? Oh, you think you like Street Fighter? I played Street Fighter 1. I played Street Fighter 1 in a Marshall's waiting room. Like in 1995, and I was like, this kind of sucks compared to Street Fighter 2. ASCII look is weird to get, it's tough to get used to. You get used to it. You definitely get used to it if you start playing with it. I was talking to Jen about this today, you know, like, it's kind of hard to beat books because your brain is the thing that's generating all the graphics, you know what I mean? And so when you're playing a game that's fully ASCII, you're not looking at it as like, oh, like I'm an @ symbol. Literally everything is so abstracted as your mind has to generate whatever's going on the screen. Servers up, we're out. Instantly. Instantly. All right, YouTube, I'm killing you. See you back soon.